When we last left off with our intrepid adventurers, a lot happened with you guys. So, what all does everybody remember from the beginning till we stopped? Act 1.
Well, much like the battery says, ah, is what happened. Death and devastation.
Nothing happened.
You started off rather simply, just as guards.
We were guards.
Going on your
We
way.
saw a farm.
Going
There
to
were
look.
goblins.
Yep.
There were demons.
Well,
There were more goblins.
There was
There
methods.
was more demons.
And there was fire everywhere.
It started
got
off
paid.
with a mystery at the ancient Fey ruins and disturbances with the goblins and orc tribes that were there. And eventually you guys became embroiled in a bit of the intrigue within the city that you were in. The different elven houses and the powers that were vying there and the mysteries that they had within themselves, realizing that one of the fathers was holding a number of dark secrets over his family and the rest of the town and wasn't really being very forthright with everything. Eventually, you guys did find who you believed to be the leader of the goblins and all of their wonderful town that was forming there. And you thought everything was going your way. That maybe you had found everything correctly. But it was not. Unfortunately, as you began to put things together, it became apparent that that person wasn't what he seemed. Yes, despite the fact that you were given a silver weapon and said, man, I bet we're fighting shape changers, none of you hit a goblin with a shape change affecting weapon.
Nah, that'd be too easy.
I mean,
trying to be friends with them.
That was part of my favorite part, was the fact that, like, the moment you guys got it, Brenna went, oh god, we're gonna fight shape changers. And then I put the shape changers there, and you're like, nah, they're friendly. And then, you know, maybe they talked in your sleep, and you were like, I don't know if they're friendly. Because, you know, just like in the real world, why would I make the bad people act bad immediately? So, you began to try and look into further things. Looked into Father Fanarin, a local preacher that had been speaking a rather prophetic, apocalyptic message as of recent. And this is when other people came in looking for Father Fanarin as well, sent from the Kingdom of Arwald to try and locate the father and see why he went missing.
Yes. That would be me.
And when you all showed up there, you found someone possessed, filled with the Holy Spirit, if you will, displaying powers that were not normal for what you.
I mean, he was full of it, all right.
But then, unbeknownst to your party, one of you was carrying a dark passenger, if you will.
Oh.
And that
Next
enabled
Morgan?
the demons to get to Father Fanarin and completely possess him. And that is when you were all forced to fight him in truth. With Father Fanarin dead, you began to look for more clues, only to find that Olin, the Dark Knight from Arwald, was upstairs wrecking the place before setting it on fire. After the fire, you began to discover more clues as to the world around you when you discovered a piece that an ancient part of Leaf had left behind, binding an ancient demon spirit here. This gave you the proof of the coming demons, as you had the previous bodies to show who was coming. You were given money as the one resource the mayor had to try and come up with solutions. Instead, you found yourself trapped in a haunted house for a little while and came out of it with a sword that makes one of you not want to run away from combat. You know, how you're changed along the journey.
We need solutions. Trade all I got is problems.
Oh, speaking of that, along that way, Britta was tasked by the local thieves guild to locate a package, and upon doing so, discovered a ancient runic cube that seemed to be pulsing with power. While experimenting with it, they made contact with a djinn, whom they then made a deal with to help clear the passenger from their head. Making a deal to help find the djinn's sister. Deep.
It always makes problems go away.
Right?
And then creates new ones.
No problem at all.
You're not supposed to make deals with entities you can't see, fathom, or understand.
Oh no, you're supposed to do that, but
You know,
get
absolutely.
some popcorn and watch the consequences.
I mean, I'm having fun with all of the consequences of so many things. But I also have a lot more planned. You see, you guys managed to do quite a bit in that preparation time, even. Our two druids went into the druid shrine and decided to speak with the orc that was there, discovering the ancient pact that Leaf had left there, reactivating a part of the orcs so that they came for the defense of the city. You managed to help correct some of the training that was going on there, finding out that the person that was training was perhaps not the most resourceful person that should be doing that, and finding a real officer to bring to them to try and help, even if it was right at the end. But then, as the skies began to darken, you found yourself face to face with the coming horde. And you did quite well, actually. Much better than I expected you to do in any of that. And in the end, though your valiant efforts, you witnessed the death of Valna, the druid that was the owner of the Moon Bear Boutique, who had been helping Bo so much on their journey. And now we kind of return ourselves back to the party on the road south as they are collecting themselves, kind of bringing themselves back together in this moment of loss. Because some people only got through this by making other deals. Deals with darker creatures. Deals that others don't know about. And others have been given loss like they never have before. While at the same point in time witnessing their most innocent friends perish, seemingly in front of their eyes. In this moment of distraught, I turn it over to you.
Are we on fire, screaming and running?
You are, I mean, as I've put you basically on the road here, you are far enough from the city that you have not just been screaming and running at this point. So you are at a good enough point to have collected yourself to basically at least start communicating a plan and kind of move forward from there, because this is, you know, your moment to discuss and collect yourself post this big event.
Do I still have pieces of crossbow bolts burning in my face?
I mean, it's not just your face, but yes, you, as you are kind of have walked and kind of escaped the city, the burning in your flesh subsides to, comfortable is not, of course, the word for it, but it's something that isn't actively bothering you, but there are times whenever you do something more aggressive in which they seem to flare up in your skin and begin burning again.
I think I'm probably trying to pick away at them and get them out of my fucking skin at this point.
Okay. So you guys stop and Halbarad is are you using tools or anything, or are you just using your hands, or?
Just my hands trying to like scratch and like remove them, like the what's the word? Like thorns, basically.
Yeah, like splinters and thorns.
Yeah.
Make a medicine roll for me.
I'm sure that'll go well.
First roll of the night.
Could I provide the help action for that?
No, we need an
Yes,
natural
please.
one.
Please.
I mean, you look over and you see that Halbarad is trying to use, you know, they're not necessarily very dexterous fingers to peel out these shards of wood that seem to have seared themselves literally into his flesh.
Halbarad, I have a great idea. Hear me out. I will put some mushroom spores on them, and they will slowly decompose, and in a couple months they'll be gone.
How about no?
A couple months, everything will be fine.
You could burn them out with fire.
Would you say there's a fine element of my thieves' tools that I could use to pick at some of them?
Yeah. I
Like a
mean,
pick?
like,
Am I watching these idiots?
it sounds like you are also a trained medic in the back watching them.
I have a healer's kit and I have one spell slot left. So
You
if I
turn
could
around
kill
and like
someone, I
Brenna's
could.
unrolling her thieves' tools, like bringing out little pliers, like, okay, I think I could do this. Nothing sterilized at all.
I've got one
Just
spell
like-
slot all.
Sterilized. What's
Either
sterilized?
I can do gentle repose if you really fuck up.
I think Bo was traumatized from what just happened, so they were just shell shocked, clutching Buddy, and then they turn and they see a medical weird thing happening, and they go, "I have to solve this."
Listen, I can
Look,
turn
a
into a bat
distraction
if
from
it
my
gets
trauma.
dark, and I can turn one of us to gas. That's it. That's what I got.
Well, I
Wait, if you
still
turn
have
them to gas, won't that like make the little shafts just like fall out?
Sure, it works that way.
Oh, they're embedded in my skin.
Right?
Can I examine these injuries? Is it actually a thing that needs to be removed? Or could I...
Roll me medicine to be able to tell. Right now, the shards as it is somehow because you don't know if it's because of the healing magic that's been happening and whatever effect has caused this to kind of have happened in the first place. But it's like the shards themselves were burning into the flesh and then it was cauterized around them.
But they're still stuck in the flesh. They can't be removed from the cauterized area.
That's what I mean is it is essentially cauterized around them.
Fused. Okay.
So you're like, I could remove this. It's gonna make another problem.
Yes, this will be very painful, etc. And all sorts of infection, etc. Can I do some kind of temporary? We'll have to actually deal with this later. Kind of. Here's some topical jant and some bandages.
I mean, aloe and those types of things are definitely in your wheelhouse as far as burn treatment. So,
yes.
Like, burn treatment and bandages, definitely possible. Hell, I would say that would be in the med kit. No questions asked.
Okay, well, this is kind of like a whole thing that we don't have time to deal with fully right now, so I'm going to do a quick patch job, and then we'll 100% fix this later. And then I just slather on a bunch of aloe and bandages.
And we will say that it kind of provides some temporary relief to the
like pain
aching,
relief, temporarily.
to the like the general pain that Halbarad is feeling, but it's still definitely one of those you're needing to take it easy because if it flares, aloe ain't gonna do anything.
Well, I also still have one first level spell left, so
roll me
makes this any
Arcana
better.
while you're looking at it. You are not certain exactly what it is that's kind of occurring, but with the pieces that are kind of cauterized into Halbarad's flesh right now, they almost seem to still be glowing underneath his skin with the ever so slight, almost cold glow to them. And
so it's not like a heat radiant.
No, it's glowing with an ever so slight heat radiance, but it doesn't make sense because it should actively be burning if it's glowing with that much heat. You were already getting to the next point there.
Sorry.
Cold fusion within my skin.
Yeah, you're like, AKA, that's some magic shit, but I don't know what the fuck is doing that.
Oh, fuck. You just put on the medic face and be like, we can solve this, etc. I'm gonna bandage it. Stop fucking with it. I just, look at Brenna with her tools, what did you think you were gonna do?
As soon as Bo looks away, Halbrad is, half squatching his face off again.
I was just gonna dig them out.
Well, I mean, we'll probably have to do that, but right now that's a lot of actual damage. It's really lodged in there. But let's not worry about it for right now. But cure woundsing wouldn't remove any of the cauterization, would it?
You don't believe so in this moment because something else is going on with it. And
damn you, cold fusion.
Yeah, and you believe that it's possible that the healing has attributed to it kind of sealing over this, but obviously something else magical and curse-like is happening here.
What I as a player I'm worried about with cure wounds right now is the thing that happened in one of the comics I read, where someone got stabbed in the throat, and then healing magic was applied to them, and then they had a rapier in their throat.
I mean, I am using a bit of that right now, but more because it's not just that.
Trust me, women love battle scars.
Halbrad's already missing a hand.
Right?
And half his face is burned away.
Right.
Is there such a thing as too interesting?
There's
Right
only
now,
one way
it
to
kind of
find out.
feels like it, yeah.
I didn't think you were a quitter, Halberad.
Hey, let's switch places.
I'm good.
Yeah, I thought so.
Do you want mushrooms coming out of your body?
No, I do not.
You want to switch?
No, I'm good.
Ukrad. Roll
Oh, what now?
me a non-anxiety inducing wisdom saving throw.
Perfect.
And nothing can go wrong.
Okay, that's a 20.
While you're standing here, you are, I will say, kind of accustomed in your time to this feeling of almost wanderlust that occasionally comes to orcs and their natural desire to not really be controlled and rebel and all that sort of thing. But as you're standing here, a new feeling kind of begins coming over you. And it is this odd feeling like you have someplace to be.
Good.
Did you leave the stove on?
And it's
I think I forgot to put out the campfire.
No, that's just the town behind us.
Oh.
in this
That
moment
makes perfect sense.
you have the oddest pull for around. God, this is probably going to be complete darkness. Scroll out
Yep.
a lot on this map.
I saw where it was, down southeast of us.
Yeah. That is essentially what you're feeling, is like this pull, like you. And it's this feeling like it is a gathering. And it is a feeling without really understanding it, it is like showing up for deployment. Because you know somewhere inside of you that that's where the warriors are going and that that's where the fight's going to start. And you just feel it. So anyways, back to what you guys were doing.
Yay.
What? I said orc things activated with stuff you guys did. So, you know, there might have been a number of storylines that I had to write with all of this stuff. I might have made Ogrimmar because of you guys, so.
Roll.
Thralls, balls.
So they go to Orghala when they die.
There's a lot for you guys to figure out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wait, if I created them and they go to Orghala, does that make me Odin?
I mean, in this situation, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Hey.
I believe one of you, though, before the Halbarad healing situation was coming up, was about to do something else, and they're freaking out.
Are we talking about my character?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe this happens before Halvarad, but at some point I'm like, oh god, Sasha popped, and that's never happened before, and I do have a wild shape left, so I'm going to desperately summon Sasha to see if he comes back.
And you're I assume same form and everything. You're not trying to change anything about Sasha.
I'm not trying to change him in any way.
Just
I'm
want to make
trying
sure.
bring back... Yeah.
So, in the stereotypical, almost, swirling shape of cloud and mist that begins to materialize into the form and familiar shape of Sasha, as his face begins to completely materialize, roll me perception. You see an unfamiliar, far-off look on Sasha's face when he first materializes. And even when he's fully, completely there, you can still see this look like he's 1,000-yard stare. And there's something going on there. And then he sneezes. And starts panting again with his tongue lolling out and looks like normal Sasha. He's like, oh, friend Bo! I'm Sasha! How are you?
Oh, Sasha, are you okay? I grab him.
I had the weirdest experience! I was here, and then I was not!
I mean, that's kind of what happened, but, like, do you remember anything about when that was? Or, like, are you okay? That was kind of violent.
Sasha was not here. Sasha was in the great nothing. Floating. So many stars. How are you, friend Bo?
Well, okay, but, like, what was... Did you say you were in a crate?
What? Crate? What?
I thought you said I was in a crate, and I was like, oh, sad!
No, they were in the great nothing. So many
to that
stars.
big
I
old
thought
fog
you
tunnel
meant
in
a
the
crate
sky.
too.
No,
right?
no.
Like you had them in a little dog crate up in the sky. I was like, what?
No, dear God! You guys went so much darker.
And
No.
sad.
Like, damn, he's in space, but he's also crated? That's cool as fuck. Can't even chase the stars.
They were just boarding him, like they let him out to play with the other dogs during the day. It was great.
If we don't put him
was
in
on
there,
his way
honey,
to the
he'll tear
farm.
up Uranus.
And you know what he's probably going to do to Pluto.
Oh boy.
Oh, I guess that doesn't sound super bad, but also, I'm not going to let anything like that happen to you ever again.
It is okay, friend Bo. Sasha is here. And now, everything is okay. So if anything happened to Sasha, Sasha be back. Sasha be back for friend Bo.
I just be a little too much hug.
Full Elvira. Was that Elvira? Yeah. Animaniacs.
Elmira?
Myra, is that it?
Isn't Elvira the big titty
Yeah, the little
vampire?
girl that squeezed everything. That was Elmira.
Elmira.
Myra. That's what I
Cute
couldn't remember if
aggression.
it was an M or
Yeah.
whatever. That's what I couldn't remember on that.
Anyway,
Oh,
but yeah.
Elvira is
I'm
like
not-
the
Yeah, I know
vampire
that.
sex thing from the 80s.
Oh, we know who Elvira is. Trust and believe. I got a mouse pad of her.
I'm not.
I got a mouse pad of her
Bo-
titties.
Bo is not quite Elmira-ing, but you know.
You're a bit
He's
too much
technically
hug,
safe,
and
but
he
maybe a
poofs
little
again.
uncomfortable.
You're allowed. Go all out. We're not here to judge.
But yeah, Sasha seems like himself after a moment. But it definitely seems like he saw something and he remembered something for a moment. Roll me Arcana or Religion. In the cycle of things, you are summoning face spirits. You've been able to piece together a decent amount of things about this. And the things that you've experienced, thanks to Leaf, have given you some extra pieces of information with this. Understanding that these spirits are actually somewhat trapped here. And you realize in this moment that when that spirit returns, it must be remembering a bit of who that was. And then you realize that the more that they might be exposed and the more they might die and return, the more they might remember who they were. But because you rolled so high, you remember Buddy was almost tortured, killed constantly, and brought back again.
Well, Sasha, you know what has to happen.
Sasha, no.
But
I
that's
can't have you become an embittered old New Yorker.
I
well,
am walking here.
but that's what you see. It's that moment of like, oh, Buddy's not just embittered because of the things that happened to him, but because he's now also been forced to remember who he was and that he's trapped here.
Well, I mean,
Blessing and a curse.
Try to talk to man. Such a terrible.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't sure how long it was going to take you to piece that one together.
I pieced it together, but then I was like, what if I could get out of this? And then I had that thought for a while. Well, veganism is going to have a hard time wrestling with the ramifications of destruction towards enlightenment.
To open your third eye, I need to make a hole for it.
Yes. But that's it. That's where it's, it is messed up because only a certain amount of remembering is necessarily healthy for them.
So conflicted. Give Sasha a biscuit.
I told you, I'm a morality DM.
Moral quandaries?
What?
D&D?
Morality. What's that taste like?
Wheel of Moralities. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn.
In order
Sorry,
to make
that went over my
animals
head.
more sentient, we need to kill them. No. Hmm.
Unless.
Unless. No, I don't have anything. But I'm gonna wrestle with that for a while. And I'm gonna give Sasha a biscuit because I feel bad because I was squeezing him so. Just cause. Doesn't have to do anything.
Can I have a biscuit? Those are really good.
Yeah, I think I have 3 or 4 left because I made them recently.
Thank you kindly.
These ones are cheddar biscuits. Got the
Leaf
cheese
will
from Brenna.
say they're delicious as Leaf is chowing down on the biscuit.
Not the biscuits.
Alright, I'm so glad I was muted because I was laughing too hard at that. That is not necessarily how I intended on writing it, but I totally accept it. Oh my. So yeah. You realize, kind of in everything that you've done before, even before all of this happened, some of you were already talking about returning back to Arwald. Now, in this moment, having lost, having seen what you have, you know that your only choice is to get stronger and to get help. Oh yeah? Well, I'm gonna go get my dad!
I don't know if there's any kind of actual help for these mental problems I got going on.
Brenna, what did we talk about for? What do we do with our emotions? We take them.
Take
and
them out on other people.
No, we take them and we push them deep down until they eventually explode, and you take them out on people, everyone else.
As, you think about that, with those joke of words being said, you do remember one odd thing that happened to you in the middle of the fight. As you were helped, and as your pact was kept up, and Kriak was pushed out of your head, lightning shot out of you.
Out of where?
A small radius from Brenna. Brenna discharged lightning in that moment.
It's just my electric personality.
Obviously. But it is odd. You're used to flinging your psychic ability at people. You're not used to any sort of more traditional magical effect in anything. But it does make you curious if that could be worked out.
Yeah, I definitely plan to have a conversation when I think nobody is looking.
But, so everyone continuing to move towards the idea of getting to the south. I mean, I have you on a map here. You have a port town that's, well, I mean, a number of you know that Arwald moves resources through this port into the area, since Arwald is on the other side of this bay. So instead of, traversing all the way around, it's fairly normal to be able to go to Godrasport and procure shipment to get to the other side. In fact, one of you, potentially did pirating stuff with the shipments that the kingdom was sending up here, as covered in their own flashback.
I suppose it's as good a place as any to start.
I'm pretty sure if we stay here, we're gonna be burnt toast. So.
Yeah, I've been staying in the north for a bit too long anyways. Been meaning to go see what new mushrooms they have down south. It's been a long time.
So as we continue to move south, this is all familiar to Ocasio, as this is the path that you took to come up here in the first place.
Right.
So it's not the most difficult path to kind of traverse. And as you guys are walking this, the constant kind of glow to the north is almost haunting as it gets darker in the day again. You can still see the glow to the north and a haziness to the sky from the smoke that has still kind of making its way down here.
Is there any kind of sign on the road of, like, large amounts of civilians having come by recently?
Roll me survival.
Dirty 20.
As you are getting in this area around here, where there is kind of this mud trail that is a shortcut between these two paths, the path that is this direction goes towards the encampment that the knights were staying at here previously. Which, is that on this map, right? Or is that on my GM layer? The now abandoned camp that they were staying at, and the mining outpost that still has some people there. The path from where you were coming, not many. Path from here, decent amount.
least it seems like we held on long enough for some of the civilians to get out.
Acacia would usually be like able to lead in this type
I
of
had you on the wrong
situation.
map the whole
However,
time I was clicking that.
they cannot stop like shooting worried glances at Bo.
Does Bo still look distraught in all of this?
It's a different distraught because there was two immediate distraughts because Mentor and Familiar, but Familiar's been solved, so now I'm holding him, and he doesn't get to walk. I'm just holding him and being sad about my friend of like 50 or 60 years. They taught me a lot of things. They were a lot of eye-opening stuff, and then now they are dead.
Right.
Suddenly, so violently.
Are you saying any of that out loud, or?
No, they're just holding the Pomeranian and like maybe crying a little bit while we walk.
Aw. Well, I'm gonna like hover about you, but Ricasio doesn't want to like pry too much, so at this point, she's just hovering. Like, yeah.
So as you begin to move down into the area of Godrasport, you can see the squat stone buildings here that seem to have seen better days of upkeep for the most part. Workers mill about the dock, but for the most part, there's not a lot of open citizenry moving about. Not because it's worry, but just not the nicest place to just hang out. This is a port, and it seems to really be little more. Most of the people here that aren't dock workers seem to just be running the standard things that you would expect for this kind of place. An inn with some hopefully dry beds. With you can hope for clean sheets. A stable that seems to be able to keep at least a couple horses if they've come in and out, or pack animals. A number of warehouses that seem to hold who knows what.
Warehouses. Good thing we have a silver weapon.
I don't think it's a full moon.
But yeah, you guys should be fully on this map. Right.
It
And
looks
as
like
you descend the
same
mountain,
one to me.
you should be able to
Sand
see.
and dirt and stuff.
Leaf's gonna splash water on him to get the ashes and dust of the burnt city off of him.
How about is dunking his face into the water?
High or low?
For who?
As you guys are washing off and kind of cleaning, you can see where there's debris occasionally floating down the river.
Dead bodies?
No, I'm not. No dead bodies. Just debris.
Okay.
Well, while
What kind of
they're
debris?
doing that, oh, yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
It's mostly like the charred ends of building and mason, like wooden pieces that had broken off. You can see some of the masonry bits that have kind of crumbled from various probably explosions or things collapsing that have washed into rivers.
Wish this river was cleaner.
Now, what was Ocasio doing?
I was going to use this moment to approach Bo and just, I don't know, sit next to them. Like, if they're sitting, something. I just feel like Ocasio wants to reassure Bo, but is like very new to this. So, kind of just put my hand on Bo's shoulder and under my breath so that like no one else can hear but us say like, just so you know, if you need to scream, if you need to cry, if you need to punch someone in the face, if you need a hug, if you need nothing, if you need just silence, I'm I'm here for you. Just please let me know anything that you need. And she will gently like wipe a tear off of Bo's cheek.
Mm, I think they'll look at you and just be like, "That was just a lot. Have you ever had something like that before? Maybe you could hold my hand."
Of course. And then I'll take Bo's hand. I've had a lot of loss. I've had a lot of loss in my life, so this is sadly nothing new to me. I know the pain is visceral right now, and unfortunately, it's just going to take time. But I will be there for you if you need me, as long as you need me.
No, I really appreciate that. I could use someone.
Well, consider it done. And then I'm just gonna hold Bo's hand and watch the boys bathe or whatever
Watch the
men
boys
do.
play in the river.
We splashed with
those-
Alvarad.
Oh, those silly boys.
So you look over this squat town knowing that you're probably going to have to deal with some kind of dockmaster to pay for ferrying to the south, but that you do have an inn here as it's starting to get dark that you could try and stay at for the night to rest up.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get some rest.
Truly. I think we could all use some.
Is the inn like near where Bo and Akazio are having their moment, or where the boys are playing in the water?
No, it's deeper into the city, more towards the water. I has buildings, they has doors.
Yeah,
Not
I
many
has
rooms.
shadows.
Well, you have to move south. You're
Don't you
standing
make
on
me
a
move my
hillside.
token.
I'm like, move, damn you, move! The inn is down here. This city has elevation. As you move down towards here, you can see a sign marking the Drowned Rat Inn. You can tell that the inn has seen better days, but it at least seems to have survived probably a decent amount of time here at the edge of the water. It looks like it was probably here before the dock was put in this shape. You are willing to guess that this was probably where the original dock area was.
I'm gonna inquire about how many rooms are available.
Here. Bloop, bloop. I'd say it was a door. It opened. And as you can see, there are people inside.
I still see a river.
You haven't moved!
What do you want me to do?
Oh.
Role play or something?
Well, I know!
Oh,
Everybody's sitting up at the top like, I don't know what you're talking about. I just see a river. You haven't moved your
this
character.
map is huge. My bad.
I make maps.
It's a big fucking map. Is it this door? Am I at the right door?
Here, I'll move you. They're down here.
Oh, okay.
This door.
This door. Hey, what up?
Albrad, you left
Which
me at the
one
river.
looks more like a proprietor? The
It looks like
cloaked
we're on a
figure,
roof, though.
the mags, or the ill-gotten Yanavarish?
Well, you realize as you walk in, that person looks familiar. That's Ilgot.
Oh, that ill-gotten.
Yeah, that's his actual last name that he told you because he was the bastard son of the mayor.
Listen, it's been a month, okay?
I know. That's why I'm telling you. No, his name has changed on his token because
Have I met this man?
You have not met this man because he
Okay.
essentially was the head of the Thieves Guild in Egrelise, who Brenna had an interaction with before the end where he told Brenna that he was being transferred.
Oh. But he's the proprietor or whatever of this establishment.
Nope. He is sitting
who
at a
is the-
table drinking a watered down beer.
Well, I want to find whoever runs to this place.
That would be
like,
old Mags here.
All right, Mags. I would like to slip him like whatever is considered a nice amount.
Look, I can only do so
like,
much woman voice.
I need a comfy, good room with like extra pillows, extra blankets, and then I need you to send up like food and make it vegan. Maybe yeah, just food. And keep it coming, please. And like I said, a room for 2.
You look at this broad-armed, tired-eyed, older, not like old woman with all of this as she's just kind of wiping across the countertop here as you're giving this. Oh, yes! I'll give you this sweet!
Great. Thank you so much.
Oh! No problem, missus!
As
Is she
she's
fucking mocking me?
as she's wiping the table,
Roll insight.
Jesus.
as she's wiping the table, I'll try to deftly slide a platinum underneath her rag and say, "Listen, we just want to help."
You realize that, yes, maybe you realize that you might be asking for a bit much given this establishment.
I don't care. I'm just saying
She's
I
like,
want the
oh,
best room that you have,
sure, milady.
and I want extra, like, linens because I have someone to comfort. It's very important. It has to be a comfy environment. That's why I am giving you this gold or whatever because I need extra pillows. Lots of pillows. Mountain of pillows. I want to make a fort out of pillows.
You realize, Brenna realizes that as this is happening, her wiping has kind of paused for a moment, and then has kind of continued again. All right, I hear you. She takes. You said you're giving her a gold.
Yeah.
No, I said a platinum.
No, I know. Oh, I know. I know what you said. I am covering what Ocasio said.
Well, there's also a platinum here.
I'm ensuring that we do get good
See?
rooms.
Because Britta walked over and she, like, deftly flipped it under her rag while she was cleaning. While you were having this discussion. That's why, like, her rag, you just saw the rag kind of stop for a moment. And she kind of, like, lifts her palm for a second and then goes about cleaning again.
Comfy. That's all that matters. I don't care if it's ugly. I don't even care if it smells. One of us has to have prestidigitation. So, just make it comfy.
I don't know if you do. You see as she kind of reaches under the counter that she's at and puts down a wooden tab with a key on the end of it.
Okay.
Upstairs, into the hole.
All right. I'll run up there and start making it comfy for Bo.
It took me so long to get my character down here because my computer is terrible that I assume I missed all that.
I mean, no, you would have. There's no way that Ocasio walked in here without you. Like, I imagine they left you in the back of the room while they had this conversation.
I carried you across the threshold.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way, given everything, that she was leaving you back there. No way.
Yeah, no one that thirsty leaves their drink behind.
Their drink behind?
Yeah, that tall glass of water.
I said no one that thirsty leaves their drink behind.
Oh, yes, true. I mean, either one of them would have worked, really, but yeah. So, unless we have like stuff to do down here, I got this. I'm gonna let Bo know that I got a room for us. Nothing weird. Unless you want it to be weird, but I just want you to be comfortable and happy. What is your favorite kind of weather?
I mean, autumn is nice, like a cool situation.
Okay, so I have Druidcraft. I'm gonna cast it right by the window. It lasts 24 hours. It's a cantrip, and I'm gonna make it look like it's like raining autumn leaves.
That's nice.
Hey, Bo, would you like some delicious mushrooms? I found them by the river.
I mean, we've talked about this. I'm waiting a little bit until my brain is fully developed to try psychedelics.
Oh, these are
Um,
just normal ones.
oh, okay.
Leaf just reaches into his pocket and hands them out. I thought you might be hungry.
Okay, cool.
But if you do want psychedelics, I have them in the other pocket.
Not in the right
No.
headspace for that, mate. Not right now.
Ocasio, do you want some? Leaf hands one
Maybe
little mushroom over.
later. I'll pocket it.
I just got like some nice little baby Bellas. Um,
Yes, and I had ordered food to be brought up. Vegan options only, and yeah, I'm just gonna sit there like a protective dog, like another dog, and just sit there and stare at you with puppy dog eyes and watch every move you make. Anytime you get up, I'm gonna go with you.
we're going to have Sasha hang out with him, and we can. Hey, look, hey Sasha, what if you did like a little dance? uh,
Dance for us,
you
Sasha.
could do a little puppy dance if you wanted,
Y-
as a.
Roll me a d20.
I have good animal handling, but just a d20.
I'll let you do animal handling. Fine. I'll let you try and correctly handle through making Sasha dance.
Okay. What if we start like a treat routine where I clicker train Sasha?
Oh my god.
I mean, the difference is he can literally understand you.
I know.
I'm like, there doesn't need to be a clicker.
But he might like that. I don't know.
The clicker is for
Fine,
both.
slightly demeaning, but fine.
Right. This is demeaning, but
To
I
be
like
fair,
the noise.
people can understand you and you can still clicker train them.
It's
Just so.
yes.
I don't have coworkers, or I would try to clicker train them. It would be entertaining.
I don't work with anybody that low intelligence.
I do.
The dread in your voice.
I'm the only employee, so I can't say that at all.
That means you are simultaneously the smartest and the dumbest employee and the best and worst employee.
Right.
I
And
know, it's a mind
When you're feeling
fuck.
bad, you could try clicker training yourself and be like, click, click.
Yes!
Good job. You did well.
Come on, me. Do the thing. Do the thing.
Come on, Tara. You
Work
got
on
it.
my ADHD. That would be amazing.
I mean, if you can't get yourself clicker trained, you could always try treat training yourself.
That's how I got fat.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's just how you get fat.
I end up on my 600-pound life.
But my business
well,
is
it
so
started-
successful.
We
It
all
started
already
out
did
great.
that. That's why we all say, well,
I just need a little treat.
Right. So, the two of you ascend the staircase. I put you in a little corner here. It's not like there's an actual map for this full inn here. But I've put you in the corner to dictate that, so you are properly tucked away while the rest of the party does their thing.
If I recall correctly, while we were like barricading the town and everything, and Buena was trying to get the Thieves Guild to help, we had a mental link and we were updated of what was being said and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I have a 9 passive perception, so it probably takes some time for Halbarad to notice Ilgut. The moment I see him, my hand goes to my sword and I start marching towards him.
As you do that, the shards in your flesh begin to flare up again. Roll me perception, those of you down there. I mean, there's more than Brenna there.
What are we rolling?
Perception.
I'm trying to feed a 2-month-old, so you can calm down a sec.
I mean, that is
Yeah,
the
well,
thing.
I'm trying to feed a 3-month-old.
I'm trying to feed a. What is 38 times 12?
You know what a calculator is?
No, never heard of it.
I will
See, already working on that treat training. Look at you go.
Right. I'm giving Halbarad this perception as well.
Okay.
So those of you with a 12 plus, as you grab your weapon and begin crossing and this pain kind of flares up in you, this cloaked figure that's been sitting in the corner quickly stands up and begins crossing the floor towards you.
I found Carmen Sandiego.
I assume that you're like...
I'm not a big fan of the new Black Mage art.
This is the default, like, when you first make a character art, and I decided that I just really liked it as cloaked figures that I could use for every point that I want to give you a cloaked figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck it, I like it too much. I know you're normally a hasty boy, but now's not the time.
I feel like I recognize that voice.
I feel like you do too.
Sounds like Sean Connery.
Specifically, Sean Connery is a dragon.
I am the last one!
Yes, please.
As the character begins to remove their cloak, the face you see would be familiar, if not for certain changes in its features. You should be able to see Ulrich Bavo now.
I mean, my
It's kinda
perception was an
hard to
8,
see
so
the
I probably
face,
don't, right?
but yeah.
Well, I shared the like character like on the side. Like in the it should be in your journals now. Is what I meant. Cuz yeah, no, if you zoom in like 250%, yeah, you still can't see it very much.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, opening his actual character sheet, might be able to see it a little better.
I'm seeing no edit access, and then bio and info is just description and nothing else.
Why did this? Boop, 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 boop. Why? Oh my god, go. This is terrible. Okay. There we go. Alright. Fine. Then I will... Nope. Not that. You go away. Where are you, Ulricard? Where are you, Ulricard? God, you've been in here for a while. I gotta find you. There you go.
Yeah, that looks a bit different from what I remember.
Yes. He looks a bit different than you remember.
Just a tad.
And you see as the cloak falls away and these stony features are on his face. He looks at the glowing embers in your arms. You failed on this, didn't you? Shit, boy. We have a lot to talk about.
I feel like Hallard is just like lagging out at this point.
He's
like, I'm gonna kill that man, and then hears the voice and sees the face, and it's like, that don't compute. He's just staring at his father, just in shock right now.
That ritual you found, it was meant for a lot more than I think you realize. When I heard the news of what was happening in the north, I tried to get here as fast as I could, but I wasn't quite quick enough. Grab a drink and let's sit. I've got a lot to tell you, son. And he walks back to the table that he was sitting at in the corner.
I'll let go of the sword, like give one more glance to Ilgut, and I'll follow along. Still kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
Albrad, do you want someone to come with you?
Do you need an adult?
Sure, yeah, I could use an adult here, adult.
Well, that's definitely not me, but I got your back.
He sits down with that Strider at the table kind of look. With, you see a drink that it's been waiting there. And he gestures at Mags, and she kind of walks over and plunks down 2 mugs on the table as they slosh about, giving you both a look, and then walks off. I told you before that, well, the Bavos work for the royal families, working to help keep the monster population down and bring some of them in when we can. Do you remember, son?
Right.
Well, apparently, you found a ritual when you were at the school, is that correct?
Yeah.
Apparently, that ritual was something that, well, it does something more to us, son. It evolves us. It awakens something.
Oh, okay.
In ancient times, it seems that, well, we used to be more than human. But this power, it's gone away. This ritual that you found, it has a way of bringing it back to us. They called us Genasi.
What the fuck is that?
Blessed by the elements, I've been told. The ritual that you found, it opens up the potential for us to connect to one of the elemental planes. I've made a connection with a Tao. She wants to know why the dwarves have gone missing. So I am searching, trying to find what I can. But this mystery is a peculiar one. Do you know of the dwarves' enslavement?
I mean, it wasn't covered much in the classes, what I recall, but
Yes.
a bit.
Seems to be more of the dark history of the Arvold Kingdom, but in this moment it seems to be something sinister as far as she is concerned. She wants me to find the answers. I believe from what happened to your friend, son, that when you tried to make that connection, it failed. But your friend was never supposed to be there. Your friend was caught in a ritual that he shouldn't have been. Whereas
Sounds like he's all like big and flaming now.
Well, yes. What you would have opened as a power source. Something to change you, mutate you, make you more. Has left him with a constant gateway to that same elemental plane. The same feelings that you have now, with no buffer. I suspect that he would have died long ago if the kingdom had not helped him some. That armor might be the only thing truly keeping your friend alive. Have you ever heard of an Afriti, Sean?
Have I ever heard of an Ifriti?
Roll Arcana.
Nope.
Briefly, in some legends, a name whispered, but you can't remember.
I think it was mentioned in the class, but I was totally awake for it.
The elemental planes are divided amongst various lords. These lords oversee each of their areas. A mighty kingdom ruled over each by a jinn. In the elemental plane of fire, the Afritis are the ones that reign. The Afritis are the lords of this plane of fire. It seems one of them has made a connection with you. You have to find out exactly who this Afriti is and what he wants. Speak to him, son. Don't fight it. I know yours is not
last time
as
he
easy.
spoke to me, I kind of got this, like, just joined to his face.
I don't know, son. Fire's a different world than Earth. Earth can suffocate you, but it supports you and holds you up. Fire, fire has a way of burning all away, but also inspiring us. So, you have to, I don't know, reach with your heart, find a path within you. Ask him! I don't know. But don't just grab it, son.
I can try.
This entire time, I believe you've misunderstood exactly what has been out for you. He pulls a piece of parchment out of his cloak and sets it on the table. And it's not a wanted poster, but a report. But a big copy of that sort of thing for the era, where it looks more like a news report. And on it, you can see that it's just basically APB that was put out to various people in the Arwold Kingdom, and all it says is that you're wanted for questioning.
Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I never really stopped to check what the poster said. I saw a poster with my face, I just turned around. That just looked bad.
I understand. In the moment, you didn't know what happened to Olin. But Olin's alive.
Yeah.
They wanted you for questioning because, well, they wanted to try the ritual again.
Yeah, maybe it's better that I turned around then. I don't really want to do that again. I mean, I like lift my right hand. Like, it didn't go well.
Well, I guess if you use the same hand, you can't lose it again.
I mean, look, you're not wrong, but it's a bitch to repair.
You're not the same man you were then.
I still can't bend my little finger because there's still, like, fucking wood shards in there.
But you're not the same that you were then. Now are you, son?
I mean, I guess not.
You believe that you found yourself? Know who you are as a man?
Well, I thought I had an idea, and then you tell me that I'm not a man, I'm like a genasi or something. That, and there's an army of demons just like, 5 hours north of here that just destroyed the town. So that's a lot. Like,
See, as his eyes kind of get wide for a moment, he's kind of nodding. That is a lot, son. Yes.
yeah, it is. Like, it's good to see you. Last I heard, you had just disappeared, but like,
kind of gestures at
your
his
timing
face.
for like truth bombs kind of, sucks.
Well, truth be told, though, son, it seems this, disposition that you find yourself in could potentially be solved by this.
I guess.
If you can complete the ritual, if you can change, I don't think the fire will hurt you the same.
Well, I hope not, because right now I want to rip my face off. So, like, Bo helped a bit with like the creams and stuff, but it sucks.
It appears you should try to stay your temper a bit.
Yeah, about that. And I pull out the sword and lay it on the table. He's not cooperating with that.
So, he kind of like nudges it with a finger. You've taken a cursed elven blade. Now you've got a curse of an Afriti. Are you collecting them?
I'm not trying to, but it was between take the sword or we all, get killed by some ghost haunting a house. So...
It had always had to be you,
take the
son,
sword.
huh?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying.
That's the point, son. As Bavos, we can never just sit by. We have to do something. Sounds like it's your time to do something, son.
It looks like it. Well, I don't want to say it looks like it worked for you because you. Hey. Okay, no offense, but you look kind of weird. But like, how did you do like your connection thing?
The ritual takes you away. You almost cease to exist here and are partially in their plane, in their domain. There, they take that moment to take interest in us. I imagine that we are unique. An odd creature beckoning to an immortal being. An odd chance to peer into our world. Each one has its own desires, inspirations, aspirations. This one that I spoke with, she was the mother of the dwarves. She's been building a long connection with them over a long time, but they've gone silent. Like a mother worrying. She's empowered me so that I can find that answer. What happened to them? Can they be returned back to their mother?
I mean, we know, or knew, I'm not sure, a dwarf in Egolis, but there's not much left up there.
Well, I'm sure we might see him again. Perhaps I can track him down. Do you remember his name?
Yeah, Kradu. Very, very physical. I mean, if he's not dead, he's probably still tilling the soil at the farm, the willow pit.
Are there any gyms close by? He might be at a gym.
Kradu lives on above table. Because, yes, I planned on bringing him in with this entire mystery. Because that was, and originally one of the things that I was excited that he made a dwarf for. But I had to find many ways to try and point this storyline back into the world.
Yeah.
And, Earth Genasi gave me a pretty good one. I'm sorry, you didn't think I just made Witchers in my world, did you? Witchers gotta be mutants somehow.
Of course.
I thought this was a fun one.
Yeah.
The parvos.
I'm sure if you stockpile enough protein and keratin, he'll just come running naturally.
Did someone say leg day?
It seems that though the parvos are uncommon, we're not unique, son. I don't know who else Arvold might find that this Genasi experiment might work on. So be careful.
So you're saying we shouldn't mention the reincarnating elf that's been alive for millennia in the party?
It's kind of blinks.
Because they're going to want to experiment.
A couple times.
You found a reincarnating elf? What?
It's kind of blinks. You've really been in some shit, son, haven't you?
Yeah.
Look, I know I haven't always been there for you, son, but are you okay?
No.
Drink your drink.
He just takes the drink and just downs the whole fucking thing in one go.
Kind of gestures over for Max to bring another one. Well, I just wanted you to know. I don't know what else they've been up to. There could be others. Ones that didn't fail like your friend.
I mean, that doesn't sound good.
Well,
Like, whether they succeeded or failed, I mean... have you seen Nolan? Because I have. If that's what failing looks like, I don't know if I want to see what succeeding looks like.
well, son, imagine what you're feeling right now. But imagine it times 10. And imagine it every waking moment of your life. For 10 years. Imagine that you would have long died. But the kingdom found a way to keep you alive. Isn't that wonderful?
Not in the way you're saying, no.
Yeah, it's in this moment it's clicking for you. You're like, oh. Oh.
Oh, my best friend is a dreadnought now. Cool.
Yes! There we go!
That's bad. like hearing that and like all of it clicking, he just takes the other drink and downs it as well.
And you're like, oh, he sounded like a kid. Oh, he sounded like a kid.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I told you there was a reason.
Like, it's a mix of, oh, fuck, and also, they gotta be stopped. Like, this is not okay. If they've done that to more people, like, no.
Well, you know, you definitely need weapons for this war, though.
Yeah. No.
Great British Empire.
Uh-huh. I mean,
Did
we're on
someone say the
port.
greater
Where's
good?
we're on a port. Where's the tea?
Hear me out. What if we make a chimera combining a little girl and a dog?
Too soon.
I mean, that could work.
You
Grim
mean
doesn't get
Mrs.
the
Waffles
Sasha?
over here?
Sasha!
I wish Grim got the reference.
Oh no, I'm sure he gets
No,
that one.
I get that reference, yes.
Yeah, that one's been
Okay.
all over the internet far too much.
Uh-huh. And I've used it a lot to traumatize my friends.
Yeah? I'll look for this Cradu. I'm sure I can try to find him. But if you can find more information about the dwarves, let me know, son.
I mean, how am I supposed to contact you if I do? Because, I mean, Buddy can fly, but he can't just find you like that.
I'm going to the south.
Okay.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Wait, isn't there... Can't I just... No, that's not it. I will be in Maywitch. That seems to be where this control of the dwarves is centralized. Where it all started.
Where did you say he was headed?
So effectively, you guys are boop, here now. He is going... Maywitch.
I can't see the name of the...
Mewich.
Thank you.
It's almost like there's 3 areas here.
Yeah. There's the lit area, the dim area, and then the black area around it.
No, I just mean the, like, progression of a map.
Yeah.
Everything the light touches is what we've explored.
You mean the part that's
What
on
about the
fire?
dark places. Yep.
It's
That is the light touching, technically.
Means it's still on fire?
I
don't know, look north.
There might...
Probably, yeah.
There might... Yes, it is. And there might indeed be some story aspects around that having to do, actually, with the thing that Halbrod was just told about. Because what might a Freedy's like?
Fire!
Big old fucking fire!
Yep.
Oh, darn, so close.
Trust me. I had all kinds... There's reasons why shit's happening. There's reasons why it's all occurring. All this fire made it very interested in this one spot of eternity that it can see. And it saw this one familiar little speck there.
Yay.
That's why when I started writing these elemental lords, I definitely had a lot of fun with them. Because they're not gods, but they're definitely immortal beings.
They're not gods, but they're up there.
Yeah, they're up there. I definitely power scale them beyond what their actual CRs are. Because, like, they did away with some of the levels of elementals, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, this is supposed to be the greatest under, the gods of. So it's like, nah. I'm making them fucking powerful.
Makes sense.
So is there anything else in that information that you want to ask your father?
I feel like right now, Hubbard is just like processing the info dump while processing, the whole fucking city burning. Like right after we just fucking dealt with a haunted house, and like just everything is just like coming into like one massive fucking pile in his brain.
It's okay, son. I understand. It might take you a minute. But you know what they say. Moving stone gathers no moss. He stands up, straightens himself off, and walks over to the counter. Lays down a handful of gold. Just make sure that they're taken care of for the night, Max. Oh, don't you worry. I'll get taken care of them for the evenings. It's not very much. Thank you, Max. I'll find your friend, son. Rest. Process. If you truly need me, leave a note underneath your old bed.
Okay. I mean, we gotta get to our world to tell fucking anyone about this demon army anyway, so I guess we'll be in the neighborhood.
I'll be going further south than that, son. But I'll have a way of making sure that it's checked.
Okay.
Don't worry. When you get to be my age, you get your ways, son.
Right now, Hubbard is just thinking, like, yeah, if to be your age.
It's like, look, I'm just trying to get through this part.
Right now.
It's one step at a time. All right, then. And I will get going, son.
Yeah, good seeing you, I guess.
I hope that you look a different shade the next time I see you.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Well, come on, I've got a rocky complexion. You might say I'm a little stony face.
If you ask me, you look a little bolder.
See?
He looks a little stoned.
I feel like Halbard's eyes go wide because he's just picturing himself on fire.
Come on, Halbrod.
Been
It's
there
calling us to
once.
make you hot.
Been there, done that once. It's good enough.
I want to see your skin positively glowing.
I mean, it is currently negatively glowing, so I guess that's fair. This is a lot.
Mags walks over and just kind of puts down a smaller wooden placard that has a fairly generic looking key on it. Meh, bunk's upstairs.
Halbard just looks at her and like gives a polite smile and turns around to leave and wait on like, what did she say? I didn't understand her accent at all. What did she say?
Something about upstairs.
The bunks! The bunks are upstairs!
There's bugs upstairs? Okay.
The beds! They stack on swans and noses!
I think she's soliciting you.
I don't know. I'm gonna take a nap.
You gonna go into bunks beds and do that?
Yep, you have a good day too.
Albert,
Hey,
I think
Halbard,
she answered you.
I don't know. He just
Kept
takes the
talking
key
to
and like
you and talking about
goes
beds. I don't know.
upstairs. Yeah, he just takes the key and goes upstairs, and like basically pets Buddy like a fucking stress toy until he eventually falls asleep.
I'm privately DMing Bo because I don't think I have the channel anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I left like a fucking dumbass.
Well, yeah, but I didn't think it would delete the channel. Let me see. Maybe it just got rid of your permission.
Needs permission. Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, I think it did. Wow. That's fucking weird. All right, I'll get that all set up between. I want to take the time to.
Okay, fine. Then I will ask. Bo, do you want me to sleep next to you, or do you want me to sleep elsewhere? I can sleep with Sasha on the floor. I don't care. I'm not leaving you alone.
What is the size of this bed?
I made sure it was a double bed.
I was about to say it is a standard size bed.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a little cuddle.
All right. Well, consider me your mate for the night. That came out weird. Sorry. And she's just gonna, unleather and crawl into bed and gingerly kind of put her arm around Bo just to, ease into it. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Just, kind of put my arm around you and then maybe pet your hair soothingly. Unless you hate that, then I won't do that. Also, I don't know if you've tried the tea blend that you made for me, but it is quite calming.
Yeah, I do remember I made that. I still left.
Mm-hmm.
Try it.
Okay. I'll brew us up both a little cup and then get back into bed with it.
Really appreciate you helping me out right now. It's kind of scary and also very sad. But I'm glad you're here. And then I hold your hand and the cup.
I'm glad to be here, honestly. You're the first person to treat me normal and look beyond the eye patch, it feels like. I was just drawn to your sweet energy immediately, so I just I feel this pain with you. And I'm here. I'm here. Whatever you need. And I will squeeze Bo's hand and sip my tea.
Once I'm sure everyone has settled in for the night, I'm going to try and sneak away for a little bit and sit with the cube that I have.
Okay. If you guys are done, I will get to that. I just want to make sure. Casio and Bo, I just want to make sure you were done with your.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just sitting, holding hands, having some tea.
Yep. I didn't want to assume that there wasn't anything else you wanted to say there. So. All right. So Brenna, in their time escaping into the alleyway outside, you take out the familiar glowing cube in your hand and let your mind slowly relax into it in a familiar way. You find yourself floating in the same familiar stormscape is almost an adequate word to describe it. Easily enough, you're able to find the almost ever-presence of Aracellus as his floating, massive, unbounded form in the sky seems to almost always loom over the scape. Ah, welcome again, little one.
Yes, I suppose I should come and say thank you for protecting me back there.
We have made a deal, have we not?
We have, but as someone who, has made plenty of deals simply to break them later, like, delivering this cube, um, guess it was just nice for someone to hold up their end of the bargain.
Well, then perhaps in this moment you can be reminded that sometimes holding up your end of a deal gets you exactly what you agreed to.
You mean it works that way?
Well, some of us are more bound in our words, in our agreements, and when we do these things, we mean them. So for this moment, yes, it works that way.
Well, that's something new to consider. So I overheard a bit of an interesting conversation earlier, and do you happen to know any Ifriti?
Their eyes kind of narrow for a moment. I've only really ran into a number that is minuscule for your understanding in my time. But I take it that you're asking about the certain one that has been a little bit more connected, a bit more closer at hand as of late.
Wow, you really are intelligent. Yeah. So I think Halbarad is going to try and connect with this Ifriti, and while I'm not opposed to it, I suppose my wonder is what sort of danger is he in?
Roll me insight.
I don't remember if I'm good at that. I'm okay.
You get this feeling of almost amusement in the way that the eyes kind of narrow slightly as they contemplate the nature of your question. Well, I guess that's only a question if they fail.
Well, from the sounds of it, he's already failed once. And I don't know. We have been through quite a lot, and this team is starting to get a bit stronger. I hate to lose a good member of it from, something so stupid as, like, being unprepared.
What is it that you wish to know, little one? Truly.
Well, I don't know if you know what he has to do to complete this ritual. That would probably be helpful information to have, but do you think he's strong enough to do it?
What do you know about fire?
I know to stay away from it if I'm not cooking my meals. Uh, it's all consuming and, um, I've never had a good experience with it out of control.
Fire is intelligent. This is something that people do not always realize. They believe that fire merely burns anything in its path. But this is not true. Fire chooses that which will burn the longest. It chooses the fuel that will last. I would recommend that your friend toughen up. I recommend them to not burn quickly.
Nut up or shut up.
Words to live by. So you reckon he probably should not jump headfirst into this?
Well, be smart. What would help him? What would help him burn less? Help him with this problem, and his success will be increased.
I know to create water seemed to help her.
I mean, above
I,
table, he's saying find a way to give him fire resistance temporarily.
I also understand fire to be a form of entropy. Do you think this will consume him?
The eyes narrow, truly considering the depth of that question. That depends on your friend. How well can they handle the intensity? How well can they handle the power? How well can they handle wielding destruction? Will they use it for ill? Or will they use it for right?
I sense no ill will in him. But again, once one is being consumed, who's to say what parts of his personality will be burned away in order to make room for something new? That is also the nature of fire, is to pave the way for nature to regrow and try something new.
When you came to me, you were but at the beginning of having something in you that was affecting others around you, and yourself. Imagine if you had to live with this for many years. It would change you, would it not?
I suppose it would.
And then imagine the relief when this pain, it is taken away. And maybe, if you are very lucky, and you go just a little deeper, maybe you can take away the pain of others. But then your friend might be consumed. You see, I can see things around you now that we have this deal, yes? I must always be at least a little present from your brain. So, I can see at least a little bit of these things. That is why I know this Solvig that your friend is having issues with.
I suppose if I have any measure of Halbarad at all, if he were to be consumed, it would be in the aid of others. I don't know that that comforts me, but I suppose there's a wisdom in that somewhere.
The eyes begin to shrink down and the storm condenses into the more humanoid and but still large form that you've seen Araceli take.
I'm 3 foot tall. Everybody's large.
No, I get it, but it's still, this is the Storm Lord, if you will. Then I will give you this. There is another that has been close to you, that burns ever. Is this true?
There is.
If your friend is able to take this connection in themselves, then they might help put that burning soul to rest. But it is upon them to do this. Consumed in helping another. I believe that was your words, yes?
They definitely were my words. Well, I suppose I'll leave you to it. You probably have so much going on, almighty and all that. And I probably shouldn't stay gone for too long. Um, I'll find your mate as soon as I can, I promise you.
You have a bit of a mixed memory. She is my sister.
Scandalous.
I'll have to make a
That's right.
note of that.
Like, no! Inanna, though she is very beautiful, she is still my sister.
Lannister?
But she is a very powerful creature like myself. She used to power the world that was here before this. The heart that beat through the cityscape. Can you imagine it? Carrying thousands of people at a time, moving in the blink of an eye. All
I wish I could say I could, but that seems like a lot. I'm but a simple halfling.
For a moment, you can see this lightning illusion form of above table. It's essentially a cyber, like, almost punk techno wizardry level of subway that is running through what you see is spanning the breadth of this continent.
That is fascinating and terrifying and beautiful all at the same time.
And then it all suddenly winks out. These tunnels, they may still exist, yes? Maybe if you can find something like this, it might be able to help you. All roads lead to Dargouth, they used to say.
Well, that certainly is quite a bit to ponder, and I will keep an eye out for one of these tunnels, I suppose. I'm gonna head back now. Thanks again for not letting that demon break my mind.
Oh, a deal is a deal, little friend. Do be careful, Brina. It would be a shame if something terrible was to happen to you and you would be unable to complete your bargain.
No, I think I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep this one.
So, with your previous insight, I'm going to give you that in this moment, you kind of realize that for people with very little sense of emotion with eternity, that was probably the closest to, I'd miss you if you died.
As I come back out of the cube, I'm gonna, instead of putting it back in my pack in its normal place, I'm gonna tuck it into one of the secret pockets a little deeper in the pack that's a little bit more protected and a little bit less easy to find.
Yep. Gotta put some other stuff on top of it, make sure it's triple wrapped. I got you.
And then I will slowly creep back into whatever sleeping quarters we're in and try to go to bed for the night.
Well, as you guys are mostly in uh, a multi room, like bunked room that they have the rest of you in. So you're in a room that has 2 sets of bunk beds. So with the 4 of you, you're set. You got the much lower tier of room. Also,
I paid
they
a
only
platinum for
have,
this.
They only have. Well, she thought you were paying for the state of your friend and everything, and everybody's basically paid her tonight. So you guys got put up in the group room because Ocasio paid, you paid, and Halbrod's dad paid.
D&D, ruining economy since 1973.
I mean,
no, the other people have not paid yet.
She's a greedy innkeeper with rooms that are far less than what you're paying, and she's just like, yeah, yep, mm-hmm. I will take your money.
Just wanted
actually,
extra linen. Okay, and pillows, lots of pillows and snacks.
So
Listen, we've just caught her up from all of the cheapskates that walked out on their bill and didn't pay.
Right? She might get real ale in here now.
Might being the keyword.
We come down in the morning, somebody else is running the tavern, turns out she retired.
Is this the Dave and Buster's now?
No, it's the Spirit Halloween.
Oh no, even worse.
You can tell by all the dog costumes over there in the corner.
Well, is there anything else that anybody is doing before going to bed for the night? Then you all complete a long rest.
I said,
Oh, you did? I didn't hear it.
Yeah. I will say to Bo before we fall asleep, that their mentor or friend seemed like a great person, and if you ever wanted to tell me about them, I'd love to hear about them.
That might be really nice. Maybe later.
Yeah. Just close your eyes. Get some sleep now.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull her a little tighter, or them a little tighter, a little closer to me, and then Short rest. Or
Short
long
rest.
or whatever.
Short rest.
Whatever the rest is resting.
Hey, if the beds are squeaking, don't come a peeking.
Oh my god.
Do not
I mean, to be
molest my
fair,
druid friend.
If they're
They're
squeaking, it's
elves.
because
That's
Sasha
precisely
is
when I
jumping
want to
on
come
it.
peeking.
Leaf is
It's just
protective of Bo. You do not hurt Bo's feelings.
we are two
Ooh, crowd
people
voyeurism requires
spooning right
permission.
now. That is all. I am a big spoon. That is it. I am cutlery. Okay? Don't worry.
I will cut you.
I'm an emotional support spoon. Please do not cut me. It would not be fair. I have a spoon, you have a knife. It's not right.
I suspect you're a spork.
Spooning leads to
Yeah,
forking.
yeah, I could. Yeah, I would be a spork. I'm not a spork yet. I mean, you
Yeah,
know,
but
when I need to
forking's
use
kinda
them
knife.
things, when I need to use those 4 little teeth, I will. But today is not that day. Okay?
Don't hurt my fellow druid's feelings.
I can read the room.
This is so weird.
What?
The channels weren't there, and then I remade them, and then it brought back the old channels.
Technology.
Yeah. So you got re-added to the old RP one, so you still have your old RP.
Science?
I can see Uquad and Ocasio LP channel.
What?
I can see the Uquad and Ocasio LP channel.
No. Okay.
Mm.
That is the one
Have
that
they
got
said
me.
anything
like-
juicy?
Oh yeah, you
I was
got
looking
added
at
to
it,
that
I'm
one
like,
instead. You're
There's
right.
a bit too many channels there.
Yeah, you're right. You got clicked on the wrong one there, huh? Bloop, bloop.
Bo and Ocasio. Hey, sorry, I don't know. Anyway.
There we go. Now it's correct. No, wait. I kicked you out of the wrong one. God damn it. All right. So as I said, long rest. You manage to heal your wounds from the battle. Wait, why can you say this? There we go. As the morning begins to dawn, Leaf, something about the crashing of the waves just feels familiar to you two.
Like soothing?
Like an old memory tickling in the back of your head. You haven't been by a bay in a long time. At least you don't remember ever being by a bay.
5,432 years and 74 days.
That's what I mean. You don't remember ever being by a bay, but something about this feels familiar. Not necessarily this inn or anything like that, but just being by the water again.
I mean, you don't have it down to the second leaf? Come on.
I'm not a god.
Only to the day?
Yet.
Okay, oh Jesus.
damn orkies. But yeah, you wake up into the morning air, crisp, with that slight breeze from the bay. But oh man, that air is not. Oh, that is not. Oh, it's not fresh air. Nope. Oh man.
What is it?
Have you been on the bad side of the bay?
Like the fish market?
Dead fish, sulfur.
Yeah.
Red
It's
tide.
not so much the
Yeah.
fish market as 2 days after the fish market at the dumpster.
Right.
Because again, you're where the old, where like essentially like the old port used to be on this side. So this is where like down here there is it, why is it not, there it goes, now it's picking. Down here is where it's like dried up and you have more of like things washing up. There is a lot of work over here on the side where people are more dumping, whereas the nicer things are more happening up in here where you see the flotilla and everything. So you're just now you're in more of the bilgy area. So it's a really fishy kind of day with that
Don't blame me.
mix of garbage.
Don't blame me.
Nobody blames you.
I'm just saying.
I
The
do.
fish market was not open last night.
But you realize that this means you're going to have to try and speak to some sort of official about
Official.
about getting passage to the south, unless you want to take the long way.
Which way has more XP and treasure?
Well, it's
Aren't we milestone?
yeah. It's literally for the map. Well, if we go to the big one. Like you're here and the bay goes all the way down to here. So you're able to sail down to here and get into this port.
I'm down for a sailing adventure.
Rather than, walking around all of that.
Yeah.
Now, would that technically mean that we have a beach episode? Because to get to a boat, you have to get to shore.
Oh my god, let's go bikini shopping.
I don't really want to see Halbrod in a bikini.
Banana hammocks
Halbrad
all
doesn't
around.
want to see Halbrad in a bikini.
Especially not right now.
Speedo?
Yeah.
Thong?
Nope. Just armor
Oh.
is fine.
I was about to say, the burning, searing
You might want to
flesh.
at least wear a flotation device, is all I'm saying. Because if you fall in the water with that, good luck.
No, actually, you can swim with armor. It's a common misconception that you can't.
It depends on what type of armor. What type of armor you got on.
You can swim in full plate.
If you're strong
In the
enough.
era-
Leave Halbrod alone. He's been through
I
enough.
think that's more, the question of that is, in most of the era where they were using full plate, they didn't have the mobility to do a breaststroke. Because they literally couldn't lift their shoulders really high enough for that.
Yeah, you're gonna lose the pauldrons.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, yeah, they'd have to lose something, but yeah, they could, but other like they if they don't, they just I can't move. Oh no, I can't put my arms up. So yes, here in the wonderful Dargouth, there is officials on either side of the dock. On this side, through easily markings, you've got this building here that seems to be receiving customs, if you will. On this side, over here, this is the Port Authority. This is where you can...
It has to have a swimmer's cut.
What?
I'm sorry. I was like, no, there ain't no motherfucking way. It has to be a very specific suit of armor, otherwise possible, very difficult and exhausting. You would die unless you had the special buoyant plate armor. I'm done. I'm so sorry. My ADHD brain would not let me get off of that. I'm sorry. Yes. Go
DM,
ahead.
how long would it take to craft Mariner's armor for everybody?
That's a decent amount of time.
Give me enough materials, I'll get it.
Then we can just have Bo make friends with a whale and, like, you know, leash onto it.
I mean, do you have a ring that makes it easy to talk to animals?
Whales are chill. Dolphins are not, though. They will rape you.
You really do have the ability to befriend animals, so if you guys did want to, wander around and try and do that, I mean, good luck, but, we can figure it out.
Have someone on the lookout for a whale and ping.
Oh my god, are we gonna come across a siren or a mermaid or a merperson? I love merpeople and love sirens.
Just a...
You're asking me to give you dark things?
Yeah. Do the siren that was on What We Do in the Shadows. She looked like Snooki.
There is a number of things that I can do because there actually is a little bit of a plan for merfolk.
Yeah, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
No, not like that.
I was gonna say, I feel like if D's gonna give us merfolk, you're gonna end up with the Skulliger sirens. You don't want to end up with those ones.
Okay, roll D100 to see what siren-based STD you get.
No.
You said it wasn't your fault for the fish smell. Now it is.
Now it is. Golly.
Roll Tide.
I prefer a fish head, though, and, like, a human bottom half. Can you do that?
What kind of fish? Sunfish?
Oh, no. Not the worst
Oh,
fish
yeah.
ever.
Yeah, sunfish, yeah.
Yes, absolutely to that one.
A depressurized blobfish.
What about those ugly fish? Yes! The blobfish! I couldn't think of the name. Yes!
They're only ugly because they're at the surface and there's nothing to hold their body together in shape.
Oh, little blobbers.
Wow.
I've never had a good fun sea adventure. That would be sick.
Well, for expediency's sake, just to be able to set us then for our next point of that, I will collect you. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Does anyone ever feel like we live in a simulation? Like there's someone controlling us?
I do not consent to you moving me. I'll move myself.
I moved you on the other side of the bay.
This map is fucking humongous. I'm like, where the hell?
You'll never catch me alive, copper.
What? Do you not like my wonderful maps?
I like
you
your
mean
maps.
the
I
ones
don't
where
like
we're
the rest of the
standing
group.
on the roof? Yes,
Look,
I love them.
look.
I love standing on the roof.
What? I don't know what you want from me.
As Megan the Stallion once said, I don't stand outside because I'm too outstanding.
I don't have the time to build in Tailspire or to make 12 tickets for everyone to be able to get into Tailspire to be able to do it that way.
You're doing great.
But in here you find the bored-looking eyes of Portmaster Loris Valeris.
Loris. I know a Loris.
Leaf's going to do some mushroom foraging out here and let you deal with the boring-looking portmaster.
I'm gonna use my my commoner voice for this one. Oi! Oi!
Yes, good evening, good morning, whatever this is.
How much to sell me and my mates here across the bay?
Alright, are you trying to travel that, expedient or slower passage?
You know, I'd like a cruise as much as the next, but, I think we want to be expedited. What was the word?
Yes. And
Expeditive.
if you are traveling in this capacity, are you looking for first class, second class, or coach?
Oi, you guys! What kind of class are we?
You're coach.
Low.
I'm first.
I think we have to share.
Let's go with coach. Let's be inconspicuous.
Alright, coach it is.
Oh, well, for expedited coach shipping, that would be 1 silver each.
Gotcha, mate. She'll hand it over.
And you watch as he pulls out these small slips of paper and stamps them and slips it over and processes out one for each of you and just kind of gives this ticket in this very bored process of making these for you and then slides them across the counter with taking your money. Yes, yes, I know. Have a safe trip. Bon voyage.
Thank you.
I'll kind of
Alright,
hang back
hang
and be the last one, and
And we'll...
as I pass by, I'm like, how much for us to have never been here?
2 gold.
I'll let down 3.
Have a nice
good tipper.
trip, blow of the wind.
A pleasure.
Alright, I think we board over here.
I will say that ending with you all on the port waiting for the ship to arrive is a wonderful point to end this session. As we...
Oi, oi, Savaloy.
I don't know what you're talking about. We were never here.
The wind.
But as I said, as a good point to end the session, and now you've convinced me to make a ship map that I think I mostly had already started, to absolutely do this as a voyage and make you do things on a boat because that's just fun.
Ocasio, he doesn't mean those type of things on a boat, so don't get too excited.
So you're putting us on a wooden thing with no way out. I'm gonna try the ritual, guys. It went well last time. I'll be okay this.
I knock Halbrod unconscious.
Halbrod, are you sure you don't want to try those mushrooms to break down those, bolts and stuff inside your body a little more quickly now?
Nope. I'm good.
But I could use psychedelic mushrooms to break them down.
I'm good.
I'm not hearing no, so I'm going to wait till you're asleep.
I pull the Tesseract back out of my bag. Halbrod, look at this.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
I'm gonna lift Buddy and if he comes near my room, bite him. Better yet, sting him.
Buddy, do you want a treat? Go get the treat.
Oh man, that's when the true fun of it's not your familiar comes into place.
Maybe I can use the mushrooms to make him my slot creature.
Well,
We need minions.